So what do you say we do a little bit more work on that, which is a fabric cutter, foam cutter. I think it's used in both fields, but it's meant to cut a lot of material stacked real high. Again, that high at least, and that is a very sharp blade on the back of it. First thing I think will probably be best to maybe repair that a little bit so it doesn't have bare naked wire sticking out of it, and we'll go from there. That's a little better, and it says to oil daily. I think it might have missed the last couple of daily oilings. So I got an oil jar there. I got a little cap I see here. I see an oil symbol there. I would figure that goes with that. And then over here, it's got like a chamber for oil. And I don't know if that's set up as a dripper or what the process is on that. I would have a feeling that's probably what it is. You set a drip rate on it for it to go probably on the blade, it looks like. And the other levers, I don't know what they do. You got one here. Looks like that might be a release. There's one here. This one I'm pointing at. One here pulls out, and it seems like it rotates off of a cam. And then there's one more right here. But I believe this one is just for raising and lowering the shoe. And the other part is it's got a set of stones on it that run up and down on the blade and sharpen themselves. So possibly maybe the oiler is for that also. I just don't know. So I figure we'll throw some oil in it and fire it up, try to keep our fingers out of harm's way, and we'll see what does what and give ourselves a bit of an education. Hey, what do you say? We've got some oil in it. I just put enough in it to kind of cover the bottom. I didn't fill it up. Again, don't even know what it does yet. Let's go plug it in and see where there's an on-off switch. Can't tell. I can see the switch, but I don't know what's on and what's off. We're gonna go find out, I guess, right now. I would say that's off. So let's go fire it up. I don't know. Made one cycle, but again, I think everything. Let's try that. See what that lever does. I was afraid to do it while it was going. think it's just in real dire need of some cleaning on the internal, so maybe we'll open it up a little bit underneath there and kind of see what's happening and give her some love. Alright, so I did a little bit of homework and a little bit of whittling away, getting more into the innards. And we pulled this cap off of that one wheel that was up there, and then all this kind of crap was sitting inside there. And I unscrewed the oil, kind of just kicked it to the side so we can get to that cap. But what it is this wheel right here is supposed to be having all that stuff on there, and then that is supposed to run on a drum that's behind it. I don't know if we're going to be able to show it and pick at it. And then if you look at the drum looks like it's all contaminated with, can you get below it? It's like it's just all kind of contaminated with whatever was on the wheel, or that is supposed to be rubber also. I have a feeling that it's just what was left of the wheel kind of falling apart on there. See if I can hold it. There we go. That stuff right there, I don't think is supposed to be on there. And I think what's supposed to happen is this guy spins a gear, and when it does, it spins the stones down below and has it run up and down. So that's why I was having a hard time running up and down, and occasionally I see a spark kind of kicking out from behind here. So that's what the issue is. So we can go clean some of this up. Maybe we can get this right off of here, and we'll clean up the drive on the motor itself. And maybe we can take some O-rings. Maybe we'll stack some O-rings on side of this to try to make a surface that will run again. But don't know. So right now I'm just kind of going around and digging off all that crap off the wheel on the back side. Don't want to disassemble too much of this without knowing how it goes together. That stuff just turned into wax. I wonder if it was like seized and then it kind of overheated and melted onto that pulley. Again, I don't see that supposing to have rubber on there. I would think that would just be metal. Comes off way too easy, you know. And I think we're gonna get the little wire wheel out, and I'll do this right on here too, and we'll just walk around with a wire wheel and we'll get all this crap off of here. Yeah, see if we can get a wire wheel on there. We'll go with brass first, see if it's aggressive enough. If not, we'll... And let's go a little bit more meaty. What do you think? I think the first one actually worked better. I think the other one's too fat to get in there. Alright, I'll bring you back when we're good. So grab the box of O-rings. I think we're gonna, we're gonna try stabbing them on there and see if we could build up. My only concern is it's gonna be close. Whether the rubber is a little more proud than the metal on the sides, you know what I mean? I guess we could probably, if we have to, build the middle up a little bit. But let's just try stacking some on there and see what happens. What do you think, 3 or 4? Don't think we're gonna get one more in there. Let's try it. That's how we could do it. We just stack another row right on top. That one. I don't know. One way to find out though, right? Let's power it up. Oh, crap out of the way before we do that. I'm sure this thing will take your fingers off pretty quick if it wants to. I think we're close. Again, it's rubbing still on the outside, but at least it'll function. I'm trying to figure out how you get forward and reverse, which I would think would be this guy, but it doesn't seem like it wants to move. There it goes. Very easy. I'll turn you back on. Let me get some crap off the bench so it's not rattling and making so much noise. Yeah, let's go cycle that one more time. That kind of works. We got to come up with a better solution than that, though, to get that spaced out a little further. Alright, so the trick was I left 3 O-rings on the bottom and I just stacked 2 more in the middle of those 2, and that's kind of spaced it out quite nice. And it seems like it does the trick. Let's I also shot a bunch of oil on all the gears and everything. See if I can get you back and put the whole thing in the shot. I say that brought that back to life. I still haven't figured out what that does. I don't know if maybe it's a different speed or turns or not turns. Let's go see if anything else happens different. I don't know. I didn't see much of anything different. Seems like everything is doing what it should be doing, though. I do have the main spring out that goes on here. It's like a tensioner spring that rides on there. I bet you it's probably just like an on and an off, maybe. And I have the spring out and I'm causing the issue. Let me go put that back together and see what that does. So that's the spring I put back in there, and that seems like it holds tension on the wheel all the time. And put us on I got us on a pad to see if it'll be a little quieter for us, not as rattling as much. Well, that's what that does. Now we know. All right, so 1 cycle and keeps going. That's what that lever does. It's because the spring wasn't on there, it didn't do it. So I got that figured out. I got some oil going on everything. It seems like everything is kind of moving nicely. I may want to try to shoot a little bit behind that blade. See if we're getting any oil on it yet. Again, I would think that that might be from here, and you have to set it like a drip rate, I would suppose. You gotta run that up and then flip that up. Don't see anything down here yet. And this should be a glass that you can kind of possibly see a drip rate. Just don't know. I'm making all this stuff up as I go along. Yeah, bottom, and I don't know if that is on or off. So I figure that would be open. You can adjust it how open you get. Yeah, I see something dripping now. Now we got oil flowing. Starting to see it go right there. So we'll let that do its thing a little bit. We'll let that fill up, and that should be in oil by now. I'll let that run a little bit more. I don't know, again, I don't know if that's going to oil the whole assembly or is that just going to oil just the blade. As I said, I flipped it over and I dribbled a bunch of oil in all these locations. And I filled this too, obviously. I give that another shot too. We'll let that drip a little bit and see what happens. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's starting to run right now. Good. I don't know if you're supposed to flip this on and off for a certain period of time and just kind of run it, or does it stay on, or I'm not sure what the situation is behind that. You would think whatever fabric you're cutting too, you don't want to be getting a bunch of oil on it. But again, new to me. And the oil's running now. I got thin oil in there too. It's just I think it's automated transmission fluid. That's what I'm using. I don't know. We should try cutting something. I don't know. I think we give her a test run. That's some like high density that mattress foam, that memory foam that you put on a bed. I cut it up and use it for different things. So what do you say we try it on this? What do you think? As long as I don't lose any digits, I think it'll be okay. Well, ain't that just snazzy, huh? That makes some nice cuts. Quick, too. So again, I would say for foam or for, you stack like 70 layers of fabric and you put a pattern on top and you cut the pattern out, and that's kind of what the idea of this tool was. I think it's going to be good enough to clean up and say that it does operate. Let's see if I can throw it on Craigslist and see if we can get a couple $100 for it. Should, as long as there's a need for it, unless it goes overseas with most fabric stuff. But I think it does what it's supposed to do pretty damn good. What do you think? What do you say we try following a line, see if that'll work? We'll go with that. Problem is I'm not facing the right direction to do this. Gotta squeeze over the table. You guys see? You guys can see. not too bad. A little bit of practice, I think I'll be okay. I was trying to watch it at the blade. I think probably if you watch it at the shoe, might be a little bit better. But I would say that would carve up some interior foam pretty good. So I kind of sprayed it down with some PV Blaster. I've been cleaning it up here and there, and wrapped up the blade so I don't slice my fingers off while I'm in the process of doing that. And I flipped it up on its end, and then I noticed it's got little wheels underneath it. So again, you're supposed to move the machine, not the material. And that one still kind of rolls. The rest of these guys are kind of frozen up. So I think I'll take a a few minutes. Will they come right out of there? The whole thing kind of rocking a little. What's on the other side? Nothing. Looks like just kind of packed with fabric of sorts. Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm going to work on digging them out and blowing them out with some compressed air and see if we can get them back to rolling so that when you go into cut stuff, you can kind of roll on the table that it's on instead of dragging on the table it's on. It's already getting better. I wonder if that pad is supposed to be kind of spring-loaded too. So I took this one apart and cleaned it, and it got like a little rubber feet underneath it. You can see how the whole body's going. And then that's actually a roller bearing in the center of it. Let's go, that one's locked right up. It floats, but it locks right up. The bearing is locked up. See all the old fabric. So drop those and lose them. That one. And we're done with you guys, but you can see how bad that guy is just kind of seized right up. Probably was sitting, in the basement or something. So I'm gonna go do the same with this one. Clean them all up, get them on a wire wheel, get them freed up, get some oil in them, and 2 more times and we should be good to go. So I got all those wheels back together, and it seems like it glides across the bench. Much better. Here, let's go try doing one more cut. And the cord's supposed to hang from the ceiling from what the videos I've seen, and that's how that would stay out of your way, I guess. So let's go and try one more, which is you gotta lift this. And this lever. I remember where everything is. This lever allows that to move up and down freely. So power up. Seems pretty good. You're supposed to wear gloves that are what do they call that? Chainmail. Basically metal gloves so you don't cut your hands with them. It seems like it does what it's supposed to do fairly well. A little fudgy the whale looking job right there. I think that's as far as we're gonna go. I gotta throw it on Craigslist, see what happens. Nobody buys it. I'll keep it for, I don't know, and probably at some point steal that oiler off of there. I think that thing's pretty cool and I look good on an old antique bike. So with this, guys, I think I want to go shut her down. I think it's enough on this. Nice little odd thing to play with. Something I've never had the opportunity to kind of screw with, and just that much more educated. And so are you guys. Now you guys know what a maimin machine is too. And with that, guys, thanks. I'll see you later.